So Kevizia is going to take this corner. Third of the game for the Eagles. Lobs it in. Back post. It's Olivia Molesky! Olivia Molesky clinical there on the back post, and it is 3-0 Eagles. Oh, if you are head coach Matt Ogden, you cannot have drawn that up any better. Completely unmarked was Olivia Molesky. In fact, she could have left it off for one of her teammates. But put it in, looks like Olivia Molesky began her Eagles career as a 10, attacking midfielder, now plying her trade as a center back, but she looked like a number 9 with that one. And 3-0 is now the score for the Eagles. That goal coming in the 24th minute. Eagles now with a couple subs coming on. Annalise Grimmel, as is Sydney Worthy coming on. Annalise coming on for Lacey Bethay. Sydney Worthy for Gabby Holler. And then coming on right now as well, it's Emily Holler, little sister of Gabby, who comes on for the captain, Ashley Goglin. Long shot, trying to catch Les Sloma off her line. Sloma not having it. Here's Katie Cox. Out with Amy King now on the right flank. King has it kicked off her foot. And now it's Sydney Worthy trying to track that one down. Amy King. Now it's back with Olivia Molesky. Molesky, most recent goal scorer. And it's back with Morgan Bodker now. Out wide for Annalise Grimmel. If you're just joining us, Eagles with a 3-0 lead here in the 25th minute.
Hello, Columbus.
Yes, it's Darren Van Paris back on the mic.
And some parts of Indiana, where are we from?
Yeah,
Evansville. Evansville. I know Evansville real well.
So Eagles, a 3-0 lead. And again, we apologize, folks, for some technical difficulties. We may be still working through some of them.
But I can hear you, Bart.
That's wonderful.
I like hearing that.
And I can hear you, Darren.
Oh, my God.
And
let's go.
We love it. Eagles underway. They are in their black jerseys, gold trim, going from left to right. FC Spirit, as Darren mentioned, out of Evansville, Indiana.
Off the post.
Nice opportunity there from Katie Cox, who scored against FC Spirit in the season opener.
That was a heck of a move there by
Victoria Kevizia! Oh, my goodness. Look at that bend. Left-footed, no doubt about it. 4-0 Eagles.
Yeah, Amy King almost with a banger of her own before Kevizia hops in there and said, "You know what, Amy? I saw what you're doing. I like where you're heading with it. I'm just going to do it myself here."
And Victoria Kevizia now 2 goals, has an assist as well. And certainly making an argument for newcomer of the year. Of course, was not in the lineup in that game against Dayton. I believe picked up a knock. Eagles able to come from behind to get the win in that one. But, the game prior, Kevizia, who's gotten an assist on a corner tonight, 3 straight corners, assisted on 2 goals, and then scored herself in Olympico. The Purdue Boilermaker.
You love hearing about.
Yeah, she has been absolutely spectacular for the Eagles all season long. Although you could say that about a lot of these players, Darren.
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit, Bart. Definitely feel like this is the best collection of talent that the Eagles have been able to acquire here. I mean, they're looking good.
And the depth is one of those things as well. Is
you don't even have Abby Townsend today, and you're up 4-0 in the first 27 minutes of the game. So, not too bad.
Well, we mentioned this is the final game of the regular season, at least for the WPSL for your Eagles. They're bookending their campaign with FC Spirit. They opened the season in Evansville against the Spirit, came away with a 2-0 win. Goals from Sydney Worthy, who's on right now, along with Worthy, who's chasing down that ball and nearly got her second goal against the Spirit, but keeper Phoebe Ramsey came in there and gobbled it up. Katie Cox was the other goal scorer in that one. Since then, two very different stories for this team. For the Eagles, probably in the fantasy genre, as you alluded to, Darren, they have been spectacular. Best campaign they've had in the WPSL, certainly since we've been behind the mic now in 3 seasons. They are 5-1-1 coming into this one, tied for second in the division with a game in hand. And
I think maybe did you talk about what the impact of this game is earlier, Bart?
We go ahead and update us with that, because we've got the official update from Mark.
Yeah. Yep. So
Mark Wise, team CEO.
That's right. So if the Eagles win today, they'll win the divisional championship, and they would potentially travel to Milwaukee on July 8th to determine the conference championship. And if they were to win on July 8th, the Eagles would be expected to host the 4 conference champion, and then that would determine the regional there. So big game for the Eagles here. Obviously, they're off to a great start, but potentially, for all of our Eagles fans out there, there is opportunity here on the weekend of July 16th that the Eagles would be hosting a regional tournament to play for the national championship, which would be in Norman, Oklahoma. So some big things here for the Eagles. Decent travel if they would end up winning this. If it does end up in Milwaukee, that certainly isn't a stone's throw over to Indianapolis or anything. That's definitely a quite the road trip to get out there. But first we got to take care of business here, and I said they're off to a great start. But that's at least the mini roadmap. If you're curious about what all this means and how they've been playing and kind of what the where it could end up for the Eagles here.
And so certainly big implications as the Eagles mentioned earlier. Wasn't okay. So Milwaukee in the conference, but not in the division. They have been very strong all campaign in the other side of the conference. But so Eagles with this one, yeah, they're tied with it, and so I wasn't sure what the tiebreaker was with FC Dayton. They had the edge on goal differential, although now with the 4-0 lead today, Eagles, I think, have crept ahead of FC Dayton with that, and Eagles, of course, have the heads-up tiebreaker against FC Dayton. And I trust Mark Wise when it comes to, any of those, all the tiebreakers and details here. No one more worldly when it comes to the WPSL than Mark. Sydney Worthy pressing as it's played up there by Kennedy Neighbors.
Yeah, trying to still sort this out, but just for the folks, we're working on getting our scoreboard ticker set up, but so we'll try to periodically let you know what time it is at the game.
Oh, I can revert into radio mode if we need to.
We need it, Bart. We're waiting for it.
So here in the 31st minute, Eagles, the 4-0 lead. 2 goals from Vicky Kevazia, also goals from Gabby Holler and Olivia Molesky. Out wide now, it's with Annalise Grimmel, who came on earlier for Lacey Bethay. Here's Kevazia. Nice ball played diagonally for Morgan Bodker to run under. Bodker, who's bumping up to the wing position, and she tries to find Sydney Worthy there at the pack post. Coming out from her line there was Phoebe Ramsey to glove it. Ramsey busy today already. Eagles have beaten her 4 times. We're seeing a little bit, some players who haven't, gotten too much action this season, and players maybe getting action in different positions than we're used to seeing them on the field today. Of course, you mentioned earlier, Darren, no Abby Townsend, probably the MVP for this team. Getting a well-deserved break, I think, rest ahead of, what could be, especially as you mentioned, Darren, should the Eagles make it to that those conference tournaments and that those 2 games in a 48-hour span, be asking a lot for those players.
Sure, want to have at least some opportunities to rotate and get some depth and players in other positions.
Absolutely.
Sure. But you got Danny Gunderson playing center back here today, it looks like.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't really ever see her doing.
But that's, Danny Gunderson, we make a lot about Danny, veteran leader on this team, a coach in her own right from Muskingum College, and showing, leading by example there. Wherever you need me to play, coach, I'm going to be there. And if there's,
Absolutely.
anybody who's calm and knows and has the smarts, positionally sound, she's got to know every single position,
Right,
every
yeah.
blade of grass out there.
Yep, absolutely.
So here's Danny playing it to Katie Stafford. A little bit off target there from Stafford, who we mentioned getting her first start, the Akron Zip out of Gahanna, Ohio, not too far away.
Yeah. To see the local products.
Here's Kevazia out for Annalise Grimmel. Grimmel cutting in. Nice shot from just outside the box, but it's a little bit short on the near post. And it's going to be a goal kick here. 34th minute, 4-0 the score for your Columbus Eagles. FC Spirit, both of these teams' last games they've got on the docket prior to this against FC Dayton. Of course, we talked about it. The Eagles last weekend coming back twice after trailing 2-0 and then 3-2 to win 5-4 against FC Dayton. Thrilling two-time comeback for the Eagles to take over first place in the division. And FC Spirit's last game came against FC Dayton as well. Scoreline not so favorable for the Spirit. 7-0 they lost. Some substitutes coming back on for the Eagles. Looks like we're going to have the captain Ashley Goglin along with Lacey Buffet and Gabrielle Haller. Katie Cox coming off, getting a little bit of a rest. Along with Victoria Kevazee, it sounds like. And also coming off is Emily Haller. So interesting as Gabby Haller coming on, but Sydney Worthy remains on. So we'll see how they line up with two, at least on paper, strikers out here. Eagles have been doing that Christmas tree formation as the nice ball played in on the corner from Kevazia. It's out with Morgan Bodker now. Bodker's blast is skied a little too high there, and we'll have a goal kick. And so whether it looks like right now Sydney Worthy is going to slot back there in an attacking midfield position in the place of Kevazia. Haller goes up to the point. Lacey Bethea is going to play on the right flank now as Annalise Grimmel remains on the left. It's Tori Haggett. Haggett trying to find Haller. Broken up, but Eagles going to maintain possession, and we'll say that a lot. Eagles have been greedy on the ball. Here's Haggett. Dangerous position, trying to find Haller. Another opportunity, Lacey Buffet. Back post, Sydney Worthy. Buffet finds Worthy, and the Eagles make it 5-0. 37th minute. Worthy gets her third of the campaign. Eagles are soaring here in the 37th. Spirit with the ball, and this is about the only time they get the ball right now is off these kickoffs. Trying to force it ahead there for Ashley Greenwell, but Eagles again on possession. Grimmel back with Olivia Molesky, who's moved out to that left center back position. Bodker has moved back now into the right center back position. Lots of rotation, not just players, Darren Van Paris, but positions. They're just kind of moving all along the field like it's a carousel.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any, as long as, is able to execute what's being asked, and they have the position flexibility. They could also just help to develop their game a little bit more, to see the game from a different vantage point. Never know when you may need that as well.
Here's Haggett with it in the box. Plays it out for Goglin. Nice little play there as Bethea let it skip through. Was able to keep it before going out of play. Bodker. Played to Bodker from Danny Gunderson. And back with the aforementioned Bethea. Touched over to Haggett. Now Goglin gets it to Grimmel. Gabby Holler outside the box. She scored one from out here. Second time around. The keeper Ramsey's able to freeze it. Ramsey a little drop kick, and she's going to play a short ball out. Diagonally across and onto the foot of Brooke Coleman, but loses it. This Coleman. Here's Haggett. Out now with Emily Holler. To Bethea, who keeps it from crossing that touch line.
Ooh.
Nice elusiveness from Bethea.
Ooh. Great ball, great run there.
Absolutely. That's a couple times where Holler's been on the other end of it, but not able to catch. Well, there we go.
We're good.
We got. You want to test levels? We see video. Is it?
We got video.
Yeah.
How much time do we have?
I think 5 minutes.
I'm gonna get a fucking hot dog.
Let's do it.
Actually, maybe not.
We want to thank the Nordac for their continued support of women's soccer. The Nordac is proud to put on the backs of players' jerseys.
Oh, sweet. Everything good again? Yeah, I'm just hungry. You're just hungry? What are you gonna eat? I was gonna get a hot dog. I will remind Kelsey to get the Nets because I forgot those in my
Their support enables us to bring the games to you.
Yeah, no worries on the Nets. Get them whenever we get them.
Any legal issues that need resolved?
Save them for another kickoff. I think I'm gonna smoke a pork butt this weekend. For the fourth? Yeah. What are you doing on the fourth?
As long as Eagles players enjoy quality daily entertainment provided by Ohio Health. Ohio Health is a leader in the field of sports medicine, and they help keep our players playing. The Eagles are so excited to call it historic first stadium on our 2023 season. We hope you will enjoy the beautiful historic stadium and the benefits it provides to our fans, including
Wherever
concessions.
free or whatever. Wherever the fuck. Bowling. Bowling. Yeah. Get some bowling alley pizzas.
Is there anything we can do to put like the score up there, or is that just?
I tried.
Okay.
And it's trying to like what David said to like do to connect it. It's not like
Okay, I'll just make sure I'm doing radius now.
okay. Nice call on the ball, Albert.
Yeah, I was just like,
I was just like, I'm done with this thing. Did you guys turn it off with your legs? I don't know. Probably not.
Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today.
The scoreboard app's just not working today. That's what we decided.
Yep. Welcome back to historic Columbus Crew Stadium. Your Columbus Eagles getting ready to kick off on the second half, and then a commanding 5-0 lead here in the final game of the regular season campaign, with some Darren, some real prospects for this. With if the Eagles hold on to get the win, which you would hope with the 5-0 lead you're able to do.
Yeah.
And what can we expect as it gets kicked off and the second half gets underway?
Yeah, well, I mean, think with the trend with the game, the Eagles have had ball mostly in Spirit's end as well. So I mean, unless something drastically changes, I think they seem to be in a pretty good spot here.
And with a win, should this result hold, Eagles will win the Midwest Division with the tiebreaker against FC Dayton, and a chance of meeting with Milwaukee to potentially win the conference next weekend. Of course, that'll be postseason action. We won't have that, but should things work out well for the Eagles, we could have some more games
We
for
could.
you.
That's right.
We're not going to jinx it, though, right now. Eagles still have 45 minutes to get the job done here at historic Crew Stadium. Victoria Kevazia has done her part so far. She's on the ball, has 2 goals to her name, plays it across on this near side to Ashley Goglin. Now it's Lacey Bethay with it, cutting in the box. Bethay swung over for Gabby Holler, who scored in that first half. It's cleared out, but not out of trouble for the Spirit. Nice ball there in control from the captain, Ashley Goglin, up for Kevazia, and it's going to be booted away by the Spirit. Olivia Molesky on the ball. And it's now with Madison Bodker to Lacey Bethay once again. Bethay cutting it across Bethay. Nice ball over to try to find Gabby Holler, but it is headed away by FC Spirit again. Their first, though, for the 50-50 ball is the Eagles player. That was Goglin this time. Kevazia touched up to Amy King. Back with Goglin. And it's Katie Stafford. Goglin to Amy King. King sends it across there for Haley Miller. And no celebration there from Haley Miller. Just let it lob off her foot. Great ball played in from King. And Haley Miller, professional with that one.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Eagles spreading the wealth. 5 different goal
Spreading their
scores in
wings,
this
if
one.
you will.
Yes,
Maybe,
spreading
Bart.
their wings as
Yes,
well.
yes.
And that really has been the story for the Eagles 14 different goal scorers
Yeah.
coming into this game. And I believe Haley Miller, that is her first
Yeah, so that's her
of the
first.
season.
We've kind of talked to her about being kind of like the workhorse in the middle of the field, doing some of the dirty work, winning balls back, keeping the ball moving. But nice to see her get her on the scoreboard here, Bart.
Absolutely. And then I think she's the only one who's scored her first goal of the season in this one, but
Got
again,
it.
5
Okay.
different goal scorers. We're in the 48th minute here. Half number 2, Eagles going from right to left in black and yellow trim. FC Spirit out of Evansville, Indiana, in those Tottenham jerseys, aren't they? Tottenham color theme. The navy shorts, white tops, navy letters, going from left to right. Big boot there from the center back, and on it with her head, Olivia Molesky wins
Nice
everything in the
takedown.
air. Haley Miller has it, but just overran that one. Able to track back, though, and maybe avoids the foul. It looked like she got some ball, but might have gotten a little bit of the shin, too. That ball's going to go out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for the Eagles. Madison Bodker asking for it. The Spirit player seems to miss the linesman's call. Chested there by Lacey Bethay, back with Bodker here on this near side. Bodker ahead to Lacey Bethay. Bethay turning on the afterburners and hits the brakes. Cuts up a little heavy
Yeah,
touch,
so
but
touch. He's going to keep dribbling, though.
it's with Bodker again. Nice ball.
Nice.
Wide open is Miller. Miller back to Katie Cox. Floated just a little bit too high. Just stuck up in the air a bit too long.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't quite catch. I appreciate her going first time on that one there. Just kind of caught it just a little bit funky when it hit off the ground there. It wasn't quite able to get over the ball well enough there.
Ooh, foul there on Haley Miller. And it's a dangerous spot, a little far out, but, the Eagles have been a little bit ambitious today, and rambunctious, you could say.
Yeah.
In this case, though, they go with the safe call there from Ashley Goglin, played it to Stafford, and they've had some luck swinging the ball in from the flank, so why not try? And, taken down there is Katie Cox. That might be a call that you get in a 1-0
I was gonna say,
game.
maybe they're not going to call that one the current state of affairs.
Bodker's got it to Olivia Molesky, who scored one off a corner in the first half. Here's Kevazia
Nice.
to King. Amy King. Ooh, tried to swing that one, and it deflected off a Spirit defender, and it's going to be another corner for Victoria Kevazia. She is a specialist.
Yeah, she's just a real joy to watch. Just has a great sense of space and where her teammates are, and can really kind of slide some balls through into different pockets. Or just release Amy King there and see if she goes for goal.
There's a high ball skied, but able to get on it is Gabby Holler. Holler will play it back now for Bodker, and the Eagles will do a little bit of a reset. Here's Miller, has the most
Nice.
recent goal. Oh,
Jesus.
nice elusiveness. No, that's I think you can argue for a
Little
foul
shoulder.
again.
Yeah, it's interpretation of shoulder, I guess.
Yep. Dare I say, Haley Miller may be schooled in the black arts. I mean, not, she's not diving, but knows how to put herself in a position to be fouled.
Oh, it's back
Oh,
post.
here's Gabby Holler. Oh!
I think she overthought that one.
Oh, yeah, her eyes, we could see how wide her eyes were. She was wide open.
I don't think the keeper wanted any of that either.
No.
You could tell she took a step to take out, and then she's like, I'm just going
Oh, the best thing you can that
Stay
can be
goal.
going for you is it goes
Right.
off the side, and that is what happened.
Right.
Here's Lacey. Bethay plays it back to Bodker. We are in the 53rd minute. Eagles 6-0 the lead. Ball is going to go out of play here, and it's going to be after quick grabbing some water. It'll be Madison Bodker to throw it in, or Morgan Bodker. My apologies. conflated her with her other half, or the other right back that we see on this team, Madison Feldhaus. So sincere apologies there, Morgan, and if
How
her
dare you, Bart.
family's
How dare you.
tuning in. It's back with Abby Rise, who took the first half off. We've seen a rotation with the keepers in all of these home games. But for the first three, it had been Abby starting the game out and closing it out, Celeste Sloma. This time Celeste got the start. Perfect in 45, although she didn't face a single shot. And so far, Abby Rise hasn't seen anything. Spirit
So we got a
playing
little
it ahead.
possession here.
Yeah, it's on the foot of Brooke Coleman. And it's going to be a throw-in, though, for the Eagles. That one went out on. Oh, no, it looks like it will be a throw-in for the Spirit. So, opportunity to get into the attacking third for the Evansville team, as Coleman will throw it in. Long throw, and it is going to go out for a goal kick. That's been about how the day has been for the Spirit.
Yeah.
The dispiriting one, to be sure. But not if you were an Eagles fan. And I gather most tuning into the broadcast are. And if you're a Spirit fan, we thank you for tuning in. Likewise. Olivia Molesky on the ball, and she plays it up for Goglin. Goglin and Molesky, 2 years ago, we saw those two teaming up in the midfield. Now, Olivia, and Olivia in the more attacking role. Now, Olivia at center back. Goglin still there at midfield.
Nice look.
Here's Goglin to Gabby Haller. Amy King coming in. King tries to send the ball in. Took an odd deflection off of, I think, a Spirit player. And it's going to be the keeper, Phoebe Ramsey, with it. And Ramsey, big boot, trying to get under that one. Was number 16, Madison Bleska. She did, but sent it out of play, delaying the inevitable, if you will. And that inevitable being the Eagles with possession. Holler with a heavy touch, but was able to get there first. Stafford plays it up along the outside line to Amy King, who loses it.
Yeah, one of the few missed touches the Eagles have had today there. Coming up here in the 56th minute of the game. Still 6-0 for your Eagles.
Eagles in the driver's seat, soaring.
Nice.
Here's Lacey Bethay. Bethay cutting across the field. Boy, she has covered a lot of the field. Such a dangerous and elusive dribbler.
Yeah, I really like just as a whole for the Eagles when whether it's Townsend or Lacey Bethay when they're when they cut inside from the wings they get they're getting a lot of their opportunities from going down to the end line there and making crosses in or doing whatever it needs to be. But I think also this brings a little bit of variety once they get the ball in the middle and they
Kevazia! Ooh, sorry, that was Victoria Kevazia.
You're doing your job. I'm just rambling here. But I think they do it, just like I said, makes a nice little variety where, you're making the defenders think a little bit more about where they need to be. You have different opportunities to kind of slide passes around the defense and making having different runs go into. So, I like when I see Lacey when she's cutting in. I think it just creates a little bit more of a different dynamic.
So here's Victoria Kevazia to take it, trying to find the back post, Olivia Molesky for her second.
Well, that was a little bit of a push there.
Yeah, it did look like she got pushed a bit.
Corner.
It should be a corner from the other
Boy,
side
I
now.
don't think they're calling it a goal tick. I don't know what they were looking at there, but
Well, yeah, ref might be trying to get home. Maybe he's trying to get to the crew game later
could
tonight.
be. Wouldn't be us either.
No, certainly not. Here is actually Goglin chests it down, tries to get out for Amy King. you were talking though, Darren, about and you know we've seen so much rotation with Matt Ogden, but you just imagine, especially for that game against Milwaukee, to have Lacey Bethay and Abby Townsend both starting.
Right.
We only saw them start one game together, at least on this home slate. Then he's had a lot of rotation here with those wingers, but boy, that is just an element that not too many teams in the WPSL can match with their attacking prowess from those wings.
Yep. Yeah, Spring definitely a different athletic dynamic that I don't think any other team has currently.
So it's going to be a throw in here for Bodker. She gets back to the aforementioned Lacey Bethay. It's not just their goal scoring, too. They can serve it up on a platter for you. Yep. Lacey Bethay's got an assist today. Of course, 3 assists last weekend for Abby Townsend along with her 2 goals. Here's Bethay again. Nice ball. Back post as Amy King's able to settle it. Gets a shot on it, but didn't get her foot over that the way she probably wanted to. That'll go out of play for a goal kick. So Phoebe Ramsey will take it here. A goal kick in the 59th minute as the Eagles in control. Going to have a foul there. They're going to call that against Columbus, though. Looks like Danny Gunderson's getting ready to come on. And we'd expect probably, Darren, to see a handful of subs here in the second half with the result. As close to as in hand as you can say, with still 30 minutes left to play. Coach Matt Ogden not looking past this one, but certainly does have an eye on that conference final.
Yeah, I think if you're in a good spot, maybe take some of your key players out, make sure they're rested and healthy. There's no harm done with that.
And as you mentioned earlier, also get some of these other players in and get them those. That's a luxury a lot of teams don't have, is if you get the chance to get other players for whatever reason, foul trouble, cards, anything like that, that you've got options and players that have had the chance to see some serious minutes in the WPSL. That's just, I think, a win-win.
No doubt.
Especially for playoffs, and then we know that if the Eagles get where they want to go, you're going to have to play some games in back-to-back days.
Right.
And that's especially where that rotation and experience will be so vital. Still got 30 minutes left in this one, though. Eagles a 6-0 lead. Haley Miller's got one. Looking for 2! Oh, boy, and a big save there from Phoebe Ramsey as Haley Miller, a dangerous shot.
Yeah, big-time play there by Miller, able to win the ball back and immediately just turn, take a touch, and try to go for the top corner there. Great save, though.
Miller, who scored 4 goals for Ohio University last year, started all 19 games, nearly gets her second of the game in this one.
Corner kick for your Columbus Eagles.
It's going to be, looks like Ashley Goglin to take this corner.
I think maybe Kevin's tired and you just want to run over there on the other side. Might as well, right?
Goglin, a nice ball there played. Good head from Amy King. Ooh, and just wasn't quite able to direct it on frame. Great trajectory, but just, maybe a foot outside that post.
Yeah, he had 2 Eagles players there. That was a great ball in. Hit it with some pace, too. Wasn't that kind of, sometimes you'll see that just kind of be lobbed in there. It had a nice little trajectory on the way that ball came in.
And what's so impressive with this Eagles team, maybe with the exception of Gabrielle Haller, not a particularly tall group, not much taller at least than the opposing teams, but they are winning everything in the air.
Yep, just aggressive, understanding the flight of the ball. Not bring a basketball analogy in there, but about to. Think about all the great rebounders, that played in.
Lacey Bethay here! Oh boy, she just skipped that one off the crossbar.
Anyway, you hear about all the great rebounders. Never the tallest person, right? Just a person understanding where the ball is going to be and having, putting yourself in a position to where you're going to get that, and I think that's just that this comes with talent and understanding the game. So I think you have a lot of Eagles players here that, you know, able to track the ball, being good athletes, and able then to use their head to clear it or to try and get the ball on frame.
And you know, it's a cliche, but wanting it more.
Right.
And you know, if you're an FC Spirit team, again, I would not fault them. This is a difficult match to be playing in, to be sure. But the Eagles, you know, that level of just the professionalism that you're seeing from these women, that it doesn't change. You know, they're putting on the same performance, same effort. Doesn't matter the score, and that's what you want from a program.
Sure. I mean, you got different. The thing that the LC Eagles do, they really different, you know, levels of their roster with people in their careers, and you see that there's a lot of college, you know, athletes still that are playing on the team, but you still have someone like Ashley Goglin and Danny Gunderson who.
Bethea! Oh boy, she's been knocking, and Lacey Bethea breaks through the door and makes it 7-0 for Columbus.
She just had a sliver on that near post, and really, I mean, she couldn't have placed it better in that top left corner on the near post here. Beautiful goal.
And Lacey Bethea, we talked about her earlier and how dangerous she can be there from that outside position. That is goal number 2 of the season for Bethea, to go with 3 assists. And the Eagles, again, 7-0 here in the 65th minute. So with that goal, too, the Eagles go now 37 goals scored on the campaign and plus 25 in the goal differential. This just game 8. Speaking of 8, it's number 8, Katie Cox. Raining Saturday afternoon soccer here at Historic Cruise Stadium. Bethea, another dangerous cross there, and if she hadn't got it there, Phoebe Ransom, that is, the keeper, Gabby Holler right there, Amy King right there. Needed to cut that one off to keep it to 7-0. Ransom out now with it. It's Caitlin Kavanaugh, leading scorer here for FC Spirit. Kavanaugh, who has 3 on the campaign. Apologies there. Kavanaugh just 1 on the campaign. It's Claudia Melgar. They're 8. And I got that 8 and 6 confused. Not on my A game today, perhaps, but the Eagles certainly are, as Victoria Kevazia goes out to take the corner. She, of course, always a straight-A student from the flag. First, though, Eagles going to get some substitutions in. Emily Holler and Annalise Grimmel coming on for Ashley Goglin and Amy King, respectively. Kevazia.
Nice ball in.
Yeah, served wonderfully there. Oh, with it. It's Annalise Grimmel to the back post there. Katie Cox, they'll say she was off.
Interesting.
That was a dangerous ball in there, and it kind of, fell. Eagle player wasn't quite there, but I mean, you saw that the Spirit player just they left it, and the Eagles nearly had a chance to jump on it.
Yeah, I think just the way that ball came in, just like you're necessarily kind of passive waiting as a defender, and the trajectory of where the ball came in, I think it caught them off guard a little bit. Weren't able to quite see it as well.
Yeah, a little bit lower than those other balls have been.
Yep.
So it's played back to the keeper from Kaylee Wolseley. now in midfield with Ashton Lanham. Lanham with it again. Marked there by Emily Holler. She's able to get it out wide there with Brooke Coleman. Coleman. Great defending there from Olivia Molesky to just marshal her off that ball,
Use her body.
keep her out of the box, and get possession. And that, that's, we talk about the, growth and the evolution of Olivia Molesky, and she's just superb in that midfield spot. What a transition it's been for her. I'd argue she, belongs in any conversation for, all division defense.
Yeah, I mean, she's been great back there, no doubt.
Of course, you'd see a lot of Eagles, I think, on that team.
Yeah.
Here's Haley Miller, their fake shot, second one, and ooh, that took an odd deflection. The defender kind of all over the place with that one, but looks like it avoided what would be catastrophe, a handball. Keeper. I'll lob it out there, keeper being Phoebe Ramsey. We're in the 69th minute as there's a foul there for Olivia Molesky on that ball. Looks like the Spirit are making a change here. Ashby Greenwell coming off. It's going to be Madison Bleska, new striker. Molesky plays it back here for Katie Stafford. Stafford getting the opportunity to start here. Has been strong defender by trade, but she knows how to score goals. 4 goals her freshman season. Started 18 games for the Zips.
A lot of action on this team.
Oh, we love the action. Yeah, a lot of action. Of course, it's been a couple Big Ten players, though, that have been the difference in this one.
Yeah.
And a couple Boilermakers, Victoria Kevzia and Gabby Holler. 3, they've got the plurality of the goals. But I guess if we look at the rest of them, I think Olivia Molesky, Maction, Ohio University, Lacey Bethea, Bowling Green, Maction. 57, Haley Miller, Ohio University, Maction. 54, Kevzia, she's got the 2 of them. Let's see. And then Sydney Worthy, I believe, is a little bit of Maction, too. She is at Akron as well. So Maction with the majority of the goals. Yeah, that's what you get here, folks.
Round out the state of Ohio.
Love to see it.
Nice look.
And it's Annalise Grimmel. Of course, when you look at, the top of the WPSL power rankings, Ohio featured prominently. Ambassadors Cleveland, number 1 in the WPSL top 25 power
They used to be in the
rankings.
same division as the
They
Eagles?
were last year.
Okay,
The divisions realigned a little bit.
Okay.
And I can't say for certain what division it is that they're in. I think they're in the North or the Atlantic, potentially,
So
even.
they could be a regional matchup then.
Yes,
in the
potentially.
postseason.
You would imagine that, if the Eagles want to get where they're going, they're going to have to go through Milwaukee and they're going to have to go through Cleveland. Well, but might have to be going through Cleveland here in Columbus, just the way you like it.
Right.
We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Matt Ogden doesn't want to get ahead of themselves right now, but so much talent there and here in the Buckeye State.
No doubt. No doubt.
And for fans at home, as the Eagles getting a couple subs, looks like it is Sydney Worthy coming on for, I'm going to guess, Gabby Holler. Lacey Bethea off for Tori Haggett. And Danny Gunderson on for Katie Cox. Looks like we'll probably see a little bit of rotation. Imagine Gunderson will go back to that center back position. No, looks like she is going to play the 9. So going from playing the middle center back to center forward.
There you go.
But Mac, there's a, kind of perception that's, not on the tier of some of the other big college conferences when it comes to athletic quality. But soccer, that's not the case. MAC is one of these top conferences in college soccer.
Well, I mean, just looking at, you kind of look at this to get a glimpse of where everyone's from, hometown areas. I mean, outside of someone from Cincinnati, Haley Miller's comes out of Cincinnati area. But for the most part, most of this roster really is, they're going to be Central Ohio based, Plain City. See a lot of Gahanna people over Arlington. I mean, so I think it just shows the kind of talent and athletes that the Columbus area is able to produce as well.
Annalise Grimmel, of course, she's a local girl. Went to Columbus Academy, and now she's stand out with DePaul.
DePaul, not DePaul.
Yes, not DePaul. Kevzia hails from Strongsville, so a little bit more on the northeast side there, Cleveland area. And she is at Purdue right now. She takes the corner. That's another nice ball in.
You got to put that
Danny
one in.
Gunderson.
Both of them were there.
Gunderson and, Molesky. I think leaving it off for the other, Molesky might have had the better look at it, but that's a luxury, and, you can be unselfish when you got a 7-0 lead here in the 75th minute.
I think here, if you're the Eagles, just keep doing what you're doing this last 15 minutes. Obviously, you have played well overall, but I think you're wanting to close this one out without any goals at this point, right? So they continue to stay solid. You might see a couple balls being just plopped in here. I thought they might hear from the set piece. That was a nice little turn there. It says Ashton Linham.
Yep, Ashby Linham, and she tried to, took that one. Here's Molesky on the ball. Nice little outstep to Sydney Worthy, and Molesky's going on a little bit of meandering run.
It's like going on a journey. Might as well.
Here's Grimmel to Gunderson. Sydney Worthy. Ooh, Worthy's ball was blocked. And now making her way back is Molesky. Katie Stafford is going to throw it in. Bleska coming on for Estefania Wiry for FC Spirit. Looks like Ashley Goglin will be making her way back on for Columbus, but not after play resumes. Not until after play resumes, I should say. Emily Holler. It's on the foot of Sydney Worthy now. Here's Tori Haggett. Haggett cutting it across. Ball takes an odd bounce, and it's Haley Miller. Miller to Haggett. Haggett, dangerous spot. Jordan Haggett. Ooh, not Jordan Haggett. Taylor Haggett. Tori Haggett. Apologies. Jordan, an old classmate mate of ours.
Yeah, maybe they're related. We don't know.
Could be.
I mean,
out of Pickerington.
Yeah, so Jordan, if you're out there, hit us up on the old Twitter machine.
Yes.
We might be able to respond, maybe not, depending on what Elon decides. With the amount of tweets we can put out in a day, but.
Well, even and Elon, responsible for difficulties we had in the stream otherwise,
that's
too.
Right, that's right.
Our batteries having some issues, thanks to Mr. Musk.
World-class hater, Elon Musk.
Absolutely. Not a fan of women's sports, clearly. We'll have a throw in here for FC Spirit. We are in the 78th minute. Wasn't much in the way of stoppage time in the first half, despite the goals, and wouldn't expect too much this
can't
one.
imagine they'll be adding a whole lot.
Sydney Worthy looking to add to the ledger, though. She has one to her name already. But it's going to go out for a goal kick.
I think the main officials overturned the
Oh,
sideline
okay,
guy.
all right.
Now they're going back.
A little bit of confusion. And now Phoebe Ransom, who went to go get her ball for the goal kick and will, in fact, get it. So some debate here. But ultimately, we will settle on a goal kick. A little bit of dangerous play. Now you see the Eagles pressing as FC Spirit trying to play it out the back. Takes an odd bounce there. Here's Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh knocked off that ball.
Yeah, they just can't quite seem to connect the final pass to really play it into a dangerous spot.
Here's Tori Haggett over for Gunderson. But Gunderson, that one carried a little bit too much off her foot, although she's appealing to the ref that may have gone off a Spirit player. Not having any of it is the man in green. So big boot there from Ramsey. Ahead now with Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh. And anytime one of these Spirit players gets it, there are two Eagles right on her. Good header there from Ashton Lynn, but
it's once they get the ball in advanced position, they don't quite have the numbers forward to really, create some combination play. They're going to have to go backwards. They almost did a good job of playing it back and then looping it over the top there, but just don't quite have the numbers game set up properly.
So throw in coming, but looks like we'll get a substitution first for FC Spirit here in the 81st minute. Coming on is going to be a Stefania Wyrie. And anyone coming off? Did I miss him? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Well, apologies. We missed two. She came off on the other side, as you're supposed to do. So here it is with Morgan Bodker. Bodker on this near side. She's going to get it out wide to Haley Miller. Yes, she will. Miller on the flank. Steps over it.
Ooh.
On the touchline. Nice cut. Miller
nice look.
to Gunderson. Oh, Gunderson. Great opportunity there for Miller. Trying to chase it down and keep it in, but Miller unable
you gotta
to.
respect what she's doing there.
Let's just make sure she didn't
82nd
aggravate
minute.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, she knew she was coming off, and so she put all that effort into it. And Lacey Bethea coming on for Miller. Looks like she's a little bit ginger, but not too worse to wear.
Little called turf burn.
Yeah,
I was going to say floor burn. I didn't quite. Not quite the floor. It's a nice turf here at Historic Stadium.
And one of those days, although drainage never a problem on the grass here in Historic Crew Stadium, but with the rain that we saw this morning, as Gunderson tries to gun it down. Can you, Darren? I'll look at you with that. The keeper, dropping that and picking that one back up. Able to? I thought
it was a little bit. Maybe
I know, technically, when the keeper's bouncing it, you're not supposed to be allowed to do that. It's nearly barred down from Buffet.
Yeah. I think the ref may be a little bit lenient here.
Yeah.
It was a liberal interpretation. Dropped it, picked it back up. You never know. Was it an intentional drop or did it slip out of her hand?
Oh, it looked like there was a little bit of hesitation from her to do it. Like
Yeah.
she knew she might not have been supposed to do that, but we're all right here. Olivia Molesky, nice, dangerous ball played in there. She was trying to find Tori Haggett. Here's Haggett again.
Nice. Oh,
Oh, wasn't quite able to get that one to try to tuck it in that far post. Chance of Let's Go Eagles coming from some of our littler fans out there. Looks like a
so I think
girls'
a
soccer
little
team. You love to see that. And
Yep.
getting the young players
Yep.
in and involved. Maybe some future Eagles.
That's right. Nice look.
Good ball in from Molesky. Nice step over there from Sydney Worthy. Unselfish as she left it for Tori Haggett. Now it's Katie Cox. Back for Bethea. Bethea hungry for another.
Nice
Finds
look.
Worthy!
I called offside.
Two.
Don't know about that.
Yeah, that looked like she was on, and it was too easy. No, they will call her off ultimately. Yep, linesman signaling. I don't know about that,
Yeah,
but
bring VAR back in here. I mean,
yeah. Nope. No VAR this time. No goal. Sydney Worthy will have to settle for two, and Lacey Bethea for one assist. Although still time here. We are in the 84th minute. 7-0 the score in favor of your Eagles. Victoria Kevazia kicked it off, followed by goals from Gabby Holler, Olivia Molesky, Kevazia's second, and then Sydney Worthy, who just had her what would have been her second goal, called off for offside right there. Haley Miller, and then the latest from Lacey Bethea. It's Katie Cox on this, Bethea's Bowling Green teammate. She loses it now. And it's Lynham. Good ball played forward, but good communication there with Goglin. Rotated there with Molesky and was there to care for it. It looks like Molesky may be pushing up, or they may have just swapped places.
Yeah, swapped.
That's that chemistry you look for. Danny Gunderson.
Nice blow.
Gunderson's had a couple good opportunities, but it's a great ball she's played here for Annalise Grimmel. Grimmel, nice low cross, but was able to get through the first row of defenders, not the second. Now Worthy. Katie Cox touches it across the post. Lacey Bethea. Oh, boy. Great opportunity there.
Posting the crossbar there to the Spirit.
Oh, has about 5 saves on the game. Probably the most saves of any of the keepers.
Right. Up on the 86th minute here. The Eagles still pressing forward, Bart.
Yep. It's Katie Cox on the ball. Cox nearly had one there. Lacey Bethea now. Bethea, great, dangerous ball. She's able to find Grimmel on the far side of the box.
Ball there.
Emily Holler. Ooh, there's a lot of velocity on that one.
The little tennis thing they got.
Table tennis. Maybe they're playing some pickleball. And you like to see, Emily Holler. That's one of those players where it's really good to, get some minutes. Of course, her sister, Gabby, older sister, has been such a huge part of this team. Striker is rightfully getting plenty of time for rest here in the second half, getting Sydney Worthy some good minutes. Of course, Worthy's got a goal in her relief appearance so far. Lacey Bethea now. Bethea, another dangerous ball trying to get on the end of that one was Worthy, but it was Ramsey who was able to catch it. 88th minute. Eagles up 7-0. Katie Cox. Sydney Worthy. to Danny Gunderson. Gunderson. Good ball that Grimmel can run into. Grimmel fighting for it along the outside of the box. Katie Cox.
There's the eight.
Yep, just skipping it in. Great effort play there from Grimmel to win that battle and served it right up there for Katie Cox. She had a chance to touch one in minutes ago. This time, no trouble. Eagles, number eight from number eight. And this one all but wrapped up. And in the 88th minute, it's wild.
Yeah, I mean, it was about time they got one of those. They've had some good opportunities on those crosses, whether it's been corner kicks, where they're kind of in the in-play situation, like the runner play, I should say, where they've had multiple people in the boxes haven't quite been able to put it in, but it was a nice little just tap in there by Katie Cox in the right spot.
The Eagles, again, we mentioned they're bookending their regular season against FC Spirit. Opened the season back on May 27th in Evansville, a 2-0 win. First goal of that game, first goal of the season, came off the foot of Katie Cox, the most recent goal. And if the result stands, the final goal of the regular season for the Eagles, again against FC Spirit, and again Katie Cox. Still some time though, but that's one of those just weird things. That happens in soccer sometimes. And it's where you kind of have to start digging when the result, let's be honest, it hasn't really been in doubt for much of this. Eagles were able to get a lead in the 12th minute. And did not look back. And even when it was scoreless, the Eagles were owning the ball, and they have this entire game. Outmatched, great effort from FC Spirit, but just outclassed. Yep. And FC Spirit not alone in that regard this season. The Eagles have been spectacular.
Closing in on the 90th minute here.
Grimmel plays the ball that takes an odd kick. And it looks like it's going to be Godwin going to take that. Of course, Kevin subbed off earlier.
Fans are anxious to
Olivia Molesky on the back post. Scored one earlier. A little short corner and Fine Haggett. Nice ball played in. The second one. Cox. Oh! Katie Cox again. It still stands. But it's a second one there from Katie Cox. 9-0. This Eagles team, now with that in the 90th minute, we don't know how much stoppage time. Can't imagine too much more. Katie Cox there. Her fourth of the campaign, second of the game. And if you're FC Spirit, mercifully hoping for that whistle, and there it is. The Eagles 9-0. The win in the season finale. They improve to 6-1-1. They win the division, and they have a meeting coming up in Milwaukee for a chance to host regionals. It's been an absolute pleasure, Darren Bears, for us to be able to call these quick recap the scoring here, and then we will wrap this one up. Eagles got it kicked off with the goal from Victoria Kevazia in the 12th minute, followed by Gabby Holler. Then in the 78th minute, in the 24th minute, Olivia Molesky with the header, her second of the year. Second of the game, then just 2 minutes later from Victoria Kevazia, and then in the 47th or 37th, I should say, Sydney Worthy make it 5-0. Second half goals. First, it was Haley Miller in the 48th minute, and then Lacey Bethay in the 68th. Then a couple from Katie Cox, first at the 88th minute, and the most recent one in the 90th, right before the end whistle to make it 9-0. Your Eagles, a 39 goals scored in the regular season, a goal differential of plus 27 in 8 games. Oh my goodness, Darren Van Paris. This team just absolutely lights out all season long.
Yeah, no, they've been playing great. It's been a pleasure to watch them. Yeah, there's a great attacking team, and they've played some great soccer. So hoping to see them in a couple weeks here. So hang tight, wait for some more communications, and hopefully we'll see you folks here for another go-around.
Yeah, we certainly hope to. If we don't, it has been an absolute pleasure to bring you Eagles soccer all season long here on FIFA Plus. If we are able to see you, I will not be able to see you. Bart Logan, it's been such a pleasure calling these games. Got my little one coming on the way. If my wife Chenwei is watching right now, Chenwei, love you. Thanks for letting me do this here while you're hanging out at home. And hopefully, we'll be able to get him out to some Eagles games.
Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today. Our city, our team. The Columbus Eagles bring exciting Women's Premier Soccer League action to the capital city. Join the movement with us and bring the family. More fun, more excitement, and a community of fans like no other. Women's soccer is on the move, and the Columbus Eagles are leading the way. Purchase a membership or game day ticket from our website, ColumbusEaglesFC.com. Fly with us today.